Reinforcements on the front. Modern, long-range, almost autonomous, highly advanced, and highly sophisticated, designed solely to win. The Slovak self-propelled artillery is very efficient and highly effective. The self-propelled gun was commissioned by the Slovak Army only a few years ago, specifically in 2021. And since 2023, the howitzer has also been assisting Ukrainians on the front. We are indeed, of course, certainly talking about the Zuzana II self-propelled artillery, a howitzer capable of delivering intense fire with a minimal crew. And this is exactly what is needed in the context of the Russian-Ukrainian war. And now there will be even more additional of these artillery systems. A week ago, Germany delivered an additional 3 to Ukraine. And by the end of the year, 7 more units will arrive. These deliveries are being made under a trilateral agreement between Germany, Denmark, and Norway, jointly funding the project for a total of approximately 92 million euros. The story of Zuzana should begin with its predecessor, the Czechoslovak Dana. The latter was adopted by the army of the then Czechoslovakia in 1977. At that time, this armament was something new. Dana was distinguished by 2 features: the loading mechanism and the wheeled chassis. Dana was modernized, and even now it has not lost its relevance. The Czechoslovak development is still in use today, and one of the operators of the self-propelled artillery is Ukraine. But today we will not talk about the Czechoslovak Dana, but rather about its new version, the Slovak Zuzana. Dana was produced by Czechoslovakia. It was such a state. However, we will discuss Zuzana in detail. Czechs and Slovaks lived there. 30 years ago, they split in half, maintained friendly relations, and kept all cooperation. And the Slovaks began producing the Zuzana gun. This is already a new system. The first version of Zuzana was adopted by the Slovak Army in 1998. The Slovaks mounted the self-propelled artillery on a Tatra 815 chassis with an 8x8 wheel configuration. The main difference between the Dana and the Zuzana is the caliber. The Czechoslovak design had a 150mm caliber, whereas the Zuzana has already switched to 150 mm. The shells and charges for them are standardized according to NATO standards. In fact, indeed, these are the identical shells currently in operation by the Panzer howitzers, American howitzers, and Slovak guns. Also, the Zuzana has a longer barrel than the Dana, 45 calibers instead of 36, which provides better range. But even that was not the limit. In 2008, the modernized Slovak self-propelled artillery Zuzana II was presented to the public for the first time. This howitzer could already boast a barrel length of 52 calibers. Thanks to the automation of processes, the crew was reduced from 4 to 3 people. Moreover, the Zuzana became very technologically advanced. The machine starts like new cars, with a button. We don't have a key. The engine started. Loading the automatic system. Zuzana II is equipped with an air conditioning system, a fire suppression system, and protection against weapons of mass destruction. For night trips, the driver has a passive night vision system. The onboard computer provides automatic terrain mapping. The machines can exchange information with each other and receive data from the command post. And Zuzana has a very important feature for a self-propelled artillery unit, maneuverability. For machines like Zuzana, this is due to the wheeled chassis. Their speed on the road is significantly increased. This significantly increases their maneuverability. They can appear in one place at lunchtime today and literally 3 to 4 hours later be in a completely different location. As a result, the self-propelled artillery unit can destroy even more enemies, and the latter won't be able to hide, as the rate of fire of Zuzana simply won't allow it. The transition of the self-propelled artillery unit from a standby position to a combat-ready state takes less than 2 minutes. Thanks to the automatic loading system, a decent rate of fire is ensured, 5 shots per minute and 13 shots in the first 3 minutes. With manual loading, the rate of fire slows down to 2 shots per minute.
The vehicle is designed for firing from wheels, from covered positions, and hitting targets at a distance of up to 40 kilometers. A fast, whiz-British, fairly reliable vehicle, with quick targeting and rapid engagement of the target. It can immediately fire 3, 5, 7, or 8 shots over a long distance. I think it will greatly aid in the defense of our country.
Besides rate of fire, range is also important, and Zuzana is also at the forefront in this regard. The range of the howitzer firing long-range high-explosive fragmentation shells is over 41 kilometers. And if using rocket-assisted projectiles, it can reach nearly 50 kilometers. For comparison, the range of one of the most powerful Russian self-propelled artillery systems, the modernized 2S5M Hyacinth, is 37 kilometers. As a result, Zuzana can thus take out Hyacinths, while the latter are unable to return fire on, as they simply cannot reach. And if we are talking, for example, about the Russian self-propelled artillery Mista, its range is only 25 kilometers, with no chance. Furthermore, in addition, the Slovak self-propelled artillery system is capable of delivering fire in the massy operational mode, where shells fired along several different trajectories hit the target simultaneously. In addition, the Slovak self-propelled artillery is capable of overcoming almost any obstacles. For example, it can handle ditches, mountains, and even serious fords with ease. As for additional armament, the artillery is equipped with a machine gun of either 7.62 or 12.7 millimeters. Also, there are 4 smoke grenade launchers mounted on the turret on each side. What do you think of the Zuzana 2 howitzer? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video. And be sure to subscribe to our Arsenal channel, so you don't miss all the most interesting content.